Alright, I'm gonna get into this. I'm going to get into it. Just give me a second. Alright. So, okay. Let me get situated. Alright, I think I'm good. So this is the week where Echo Tracer, what was it? Something. We're running Orisa, so I don't remember then. Might have been Rhine. I think it was Rhine. I'm not sure though. I don't think it was anything else. Well, we're gonna go with the assumption that it was Rhine. I think it was Rhine. So it was Rhine, Echo, Moira, and Tracer were banned. So this is not last week because they don't have that. They don't have the VODs on the replay viewer yet. So let's skip forward to see if Shocker. I don't know if they're running. Let's get their actual comps. Actually, can I? Is there a pause? Can I bind pause? So that'd be great. I don't think I can. Whatever. So both Doha's running the Sombra. That's the only difference. So both teams are going to start with the engage, except Fuel probably are looking to go for the engage with the Sombra and play off of the hacks and build EMP, while Rascal with the Mei is going to look to wall off the tanks, most likely. So Doha's on point, just poking away, not doing too much. Both teams are rotating. Not much is happening. Fuel are looking for the engage. Shock gets a good wall off. Doha is slowly but surely building EMP, not doing too much. Shock go to rotate to point. Good move. That's a good move. That's a really good play. And now Fuel are on the attack. Almost gets no with the wall. I was very close, and this should be over. And Shock should take this. The coalescence. This Crimzo's not even too close to his, really. Like, this should be over easily. Crimzo's low. Has to use the fade. Choi dies though. What the hell? How did Choi die? He just walked into the Shock, or the Fuel, excuse me. But it still should be pretty easy because Shock got the good rotate. they're gonna have EMP here, and Moth does not have his beat. But Moth, oh, this is the boot play. Yeah, this is decay. Doesn't see Moth. Doesn't check his corners. And the Smurf's gonna send out the halt. And that's a fight win. Oh my, that was just really good. Turn up the sound a bit. Feel are going for the engage around White Room. And they're going to have Doha coming from behind, but Shock takes the early engage, which is, oh my god, dude, like, I mean, like, come on. That was just perfect. They know Doha is going to have the EMP and Dallas are going to have a lot of ults. They're probably going with the assumption they have 6. And then they're going in fast, knowing that Doha is behind. That's just so good. And they use 1 ult. Like, unreal. That was just amazing off the Shock. And now Fuel have 6 ults, Shock have 5. Doha still has the EMP, which he's going to go in with. He does get it in the neutral. Choi uses Flux in an attempt to counter it. Shock blow everything. Okay, I'm gonna go back. So Rascal goes for the early wall. But Doha comes close with the EMP, and then they end up picking off the DPS of the Shock. But yeah, Doha evades really well. Cancels the supercharger entirely. Oh my god. That was just a really good well-timed DMP. I mean, Shock used everything except Blossom there. And Fuel used just EMP. They used just EMP. So they'll get the flip here, but Shock will get it to like 80, 89, 90 even. So Choi switches to the Zarya, which I don't know why, and I never will. I will never know why. I will never ever know why. So Doha is going to be close to another EMP. Dallas are going to use the charger here, and then they get the kills. Looks like a speed boost in, but that pull is so good because it gets both of the targets pulled and forces out Wraith, and then they chase down Striker. So good off the Fuel too. Very, very good. Seems that Fuel come to this prep and they They come with the Sombra knowing they can't beat Shock with the mirror, and then they know Do's a good Sombra, so they're able to play off of the Sombra well. For the most part, I'm saying. So I still don't understand the Zarya pick. I don't know what the fuck it does. But like I mean, yeah, I really don't know. Just for the bubble. Striker ults and gets picked off because he goes way ahead of his team, and Dallas peel it off really well. But Shock do get the flip, which is very important. And Note's running low. Decay retaliates. Note's frozen. He does die, but feel flip the point. And if EMP and support ults for Dallas, Rascal goes over to the soldier and doesn't stay. Yeah, he goes back. He goes over to this racer, and he's gonna just look to harass and go for a pincer while the Shock engage. So Choi dies. Choi seems to be getting caught out a lot. Or is he just a victim of the coal? Yeah, they just target him down really well. They use the EMP to close it down. So I want to go down to the engage of this fight. So Doha has EMP, but he doesn't use it. Moth doesn't have B. The supercharger comes out. Rascal's behind, but he can't really do anything. And the tanks are very far forward, taking a lot of the brunt of the damage. And there's... And so... Decay teleports behind, which Violet and Striker turn to look at, which prevents any heals going to the tanks, and then Decay goes back to his team and gets the beat. Oh my god, Decay, dude. Decay won that fight for them. Violet had to turn, and then they pressured the tanks at the same time. I mean, that's just really well done. That was well done from Fuel. They played around the Sombra very well, and they played the double shield with the Reaper very well, with going for the pincer attack and then focusing. Oh, that was just really well done. So Fuel go for the old double the playoffs double shield. I'll Shock go for, as they say on the sim, it seems. So they're gonna go for point with the Mei. So Striker is gonna look to TP point. So they have point control. They set up the turrets. And then how are Fuel gonna penetrate this? If they will. Do has to back off. Note tries to come in from the left, gets in through the courtyard. They end up just speeding through. Do I get that right? I do get that right. They speed through and then they just rush onto the Shock. then they burst Smurf down. But what's Shock doing? Is Shock doing anything? The wall doesn't do anything, really. The Shock are just all corralled into the back, and then if you'll have the aggression, and they push up, and Doha gets a really good punch, which bursts down Smurf. Who gets the turrets? Because the turrets can be very slowing. Who gets the turrets? They said fuck the turrets. Really? Like they just went in. Crimzo uses the coalescence, which puts them at a disadvantage for... I don't know, is there a reason that Crimzo wanted to use that? He builds it fucking fast. So they're up 1. There's no good reason. Oh, he's out of juice and he didn't want... It was a Decay or Doha to die. So fair enough. But that puts him at a disadvantage. The next fight is Violet can just... Or the Shock can rush it in with the Coalescence from Violet, and they have the Mei ult. Well, Fuel aren't quite there to their ult, so Shock play aggressive before Fuel have the chance to build up ults and poke for them. And then they should be able to win with the Coalescence push. And then they should be able to end up saving Mei ult. But maybe they're waiting for their own Mei ult. Decay's in the corner, gets out. Fuel gets out. Okay, wait. Okay, Rascal's a bit behind. So they should just go. Go. Call's gonna be made to go. Ready? Go. They get pulled. Doesn't matter because they end up backing up, so they can't get use of the pull. They push in with the Coalescence. Rascal does use the Mei ult. But it's fine because Note uses the Gravitic Flux. Okay, so it was a pretty good engage. So I just want to focus on how this fight, how this gets dismantled. Doha gets low and then chased by Rascal. That's how he dies. Gamsu's left without a shield. Decay's in the back, and that gets killed. Crimso's going for the Moira flank. And then Note's just gonna have to end up dying, trying to build some ult charge. Yeah. Alright, that was pretty good from Shock. Now they have tank ults and beat. So both teams have beat here, which is interesting. Interesting to see if they use them to counter an ult. Or they just use it for the counter aggression or for the aggression of their own. So Crimzo maybe wait. Oh, that's such a good wall. Oh my god, how did Note get there? That was just that's what you expect from the Shock, like those plays. Oh my god, Moth is so fucking good. Dude, this Moth is just like... he's so good. The wall, the follow-up, man, like that was just so good. Man, like, that's just unreal. Moth is setting up so many of these plays for the Shock. He is single-handedly winning fights with these plays. So, good uppercut. Engage coalescence on both sides. Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. There's a lot going on. Wait. So Doha gets a good uppercut. The wall tries to get Doha trapped in, but he traps him off. Both coalescence use a punch onto Smurf, but he gets healed up. A flux from Choi gets the beat off of them. Moth still has his beat. Smurf gets chunked down. Beats to counter the slam from the Doom. Doha gets caught off. Oh my, dude! Like the control that Shock, or not, they're just fending off these attacks so well. And then the beat comes in, gives time for Violet to heal. And then they get a good wall off into Doha. So Shock knew what was coming, and then they planned for it. Was there a pull onto that? Meteor Strike? I was trying to think of what it was called. Was there a pull onto that? Or was it just really good? Yeah, they all just back up. Oh, there was a pull to keep them together. And then they get low. The coalescences run out. So Violet uses the coal. So Moth knows that, oh fuck, we're low. So where the fuel here? No, it's too far forward. So the fuel, he knows the fuel, yeah, they're looking to push in off of that and keep the momentum in their favor. But Moth beats to change the tides, and then he gets a pick off onto Doha, and then that should be the fight turning. And then Shock just are able to slowly push in and get picks off of him and the rest of it. Man, Shock are fucking good. Jesus. Like, oh my god. It's just unreal how good this team is. And the fact that Fuel had such a good game plan to match them, like, Fuel in this match were not and are not getting stomped. But it's interesting how they face Houston and then they do kind of go to 5 maps against that as well. My guess is that they prep well for the Shock. And then they're like, we went to 5 maps against Shock, we don't have to prep against Houston. And then Houston have they're like Chengdu, they're like the North American Chengdu, where they pull out their own strats and they tend to do well with them. And Rhine was banned, so there was no need for Muma to play Rhine, which is always a benefit for the Outlaws, so they can play with the Sombra Doom comps, which is their strong suit, and with the Tracer and all that jazz. Dallas do squeak out the win there in the Outlaws match. So there's like a million ults used. So Shock uses 3. So they're gonna come in, or Fuel are gonna come in. They have the Flux, and they're gonna look for a pull probably, and then they're gonna have Decay come into the back line. And Violet won't be able to fade away because he'll be in Coalescence, assuming he decides to do that. But if Shock initiate on them here early and use their own ults, good Mei ult keeps them trapped, and everyone on the Fuel backs or goes off to the left to try and touch. So everyone on the Fuel is split, and then Crimzo. Oh, everyone barely squeaks out. Was that a wall from Doha? Who was it a wall? Why wouldn't they? Oh, Rascal wards them off. Wards off the Reaper, thinking that they can go and... Oh, Note's there too. I thought he was on the other side of the wall. So they go get Crimzo. And then they don't decide to push them because they don't have the resources. Assuming... Yeah, Violet's running low on Moira juice. Decay gets the touch, I'm assuming. Yes. He's going to TP into the back line, go for the ult. Choi eats that all up. Nice meal. Then Decay gets shat on. Striker goes for his ult and then cleans up. Closer almost getting the back cap, but it's not going to matter because everyone else is dead. There's only 3 left. And slowly but surely, yeah, Notes get fluxed. He's going to die. Yep. It's good from the shock. They with the shock, like there, I want to go back for a second. It's not always do they like here, they're not going, like they went in for the aggressive push, tried to collapse, but then they disengaged, knowing that, oh, they'll have the Moira ult, and then they'll be able to use their ults, and then they wait for Decay, and then good cancel by Choi on the rock, or with the on the coal with the rock. So very, very good from Shock there, seeing him there show up, and yeah, just gonna say something, but yeah, all right. So there's no Rhine here, and this is a very Rhine map. So it looks like it's going to be the same thing, the same comps for each side. Okay, so let's hold up. So Shock take White Room. And Fuel goes straight to the point. Striker's a bit behind. Decay pops the wave. It's interesting how Fuel go to the point. Because usually you see teams just kind of match each other. And from my experience. And from my play, you usually go to the or match the White Room and not go to point. So I'm curious to see why Fuel goes straight to point. Doha gets fucking sauced on. Goes in for the punch. Gets fortified against. Gets pulled. And then Shock just kind of swarm them like bees. How the hell does he die? How the hell does Smurf die? They're pushing in. How does is he just low? Like, is he just low to start off with? Because he doesn't get low from the punch. He gets tickled by it. You just kind of get hit by a lot. So the Shocker a bit... Oh, then Doha comes in with the beautiful punch to chip them all away and then CC them all. Oh. That kid's pretty good. Oh, that punch, man. That was like... combo. Alright, so I noticed Decay over here. So he goes to back. Him and Closer and Doha see the blocked off Mei, who ends up living at first, and then backs off with her team. Then Doha goes for the punch, or the uppercut, to disorient them, and Shock know that there's no way in hell they win that fight. So they go for the regroup. Both teams are going to be very close to the coalescence, practically matched. I think Violet gets it like right here, so it's going to be a Cole v Cole, with Fuel holding the point at first. So, hold up, Rascal's trying to hide the fight. So Crimso fades, orbs, then Coles. That's a Cole v Cole. Gamsu's backing up, so ends up taking a shit ton of damage. And gets a good chunk of ult charge for both of the DPS. Yeah, giving them a good meal there. So Gamsu drops low, and then Fuel have to back up. So pull with that ice. There should always be a pull with the Meteor Strike. Perfect pull to get Choi. So Shocker down, so they either have to fucking go in, or they're just playing safe, I guess, but I mean, Fuel maybe waiting for mistakes from the Fuel. But yeah, there's no way. They just they have to die here, so yeah. They're trying to get out because they have Lucio speed. Which they do manage to. Oh. Barely. So Choi's shield is chipped to start the fight. He seems to be fine. Okay. So there's fucking mass ult fight here. This should be a bunch of messy, alright. So Shocker walking in. They're all there. They're all gonna go together. So Doha is up top on the ledge there. So he's gonna be looking for a slam, or he's gonna drop down for a punch. So maybe to catch them off guard, I guess. Let's see. He goes in for the big slam. Big seismic slam, to be exact. Striker Death Blossoms. Just kind of ward them off. Doha gets like half of his ult. Violet coalescences to keep everyone up. Gets punched out of it and dies. Because Doha singles him off, or the Shock just don't really turn. Okay, let's slowly. So Doha gets like a lot of ult charge. The beat comes out against the Death Blossom because they don't have the coal. The K gets rocked. Doha kind of just sneaks around. It's a 5v5 because Decay gets bursted down by the rock. Moth comes in for the late beat. Doha in the middle of the team, trying to get health off of Choi. Manages to back off to his team. Very good flux. And Mei ult. And another flux. Choi dies from his, so that gets cancelled. No one gets hit in the Mei ult. Doha dies eventually. A wall comes out from Rascal to get off Gamsu, who's without Fortify. So I'm assuming he gets bursted down here. So yeah, there's no way he lives. That the Cole's out. Good boot from closer to zone them off, and then get Note in front to grasp and save them. Decay is coming back, but Shock and Choi is coming back for the Shock. A pull comes out to get Moth. Decay with the Death Blossom. Everyone on the Shock is so low. Yeah, Smurf gets forced into the front line, and then slowly but surely, Dallas are coming back and getting healed up slowly. And Crimso's cranking up that Coalescence, so he should have that a good chunk of time before Violet. Everyone except Smurf is back for the Shock. So they're just waiting. Shocker did like a soft disengage. Amazing punch. Oh, that's such a good pull. Choi's low as hell. Strikers gets his Blossom cancelled. So the punch. Does the strike get Choi? Or no, yeah, the strike doesn't get Choi'd, but Choi gets finished off by the DPS of Dallas. Striker goes for the hero play, and now pretty much all the damage for the Shock is gone, and then all the ults. It's interesting too. Oh, the support ults for Shock just came on a bit too late. I doubt there would have been, I mean, there could have been a call. Oh, they're not using their support ults yet. Or, who knows, just a guess. So they're not using their support ults yet, so they may not have them just yet in the aggression. Or they're able to kind of push them back because they're not Shock, don't have any ults just yet to do it. Yeah, Smurf doesn't have his ult. Dallas were so close to all, or Shock, my apologies, were close to all of their ults. The Dallas just, they match the aggression when they can of the Shock, and then they're able to play defensively and play positionally properly against. Yeah, Dallas were able to play position properly and save their teammates and bait out positioning mistakes from the Shock. Yeah, Dallas. My words. Dallas were able to play good, essentially. They got good positioning mistakes out of the Shock. Got them to play scrambled. Warded off their aggression, which is their biggest strong suit. So very, very, very good. Able to save the teammates that got trapped out. Gamsu a lot of the time. So very, very well done. They had a game plan and they stuck to it, and it worked pretty well. Like I don't think Shock got point percentage on that last round there. So for Rialto, Crimzo is looking for an anti-nade. And Dallas is for the comps. Dallas are running spam bullshit, as I call it, without Echo, because Echo's not here yet for Owl. And Shock are running the Ashe Mei. And double shield for both sides, but the different healers. as well. So Doha's gonna look to rocket boost up there and take an angle over the roofs. And Decay, we'll see what he does. He's probably getting into position still. And the tanks are taking a forward position. So it's on also a good Sonic arrow as well, seeing the entire comp. Giving them a few seconds to adjust if need be. Decay sitting with the team. Rascal goes to the Soldier, Shark goes to the Tracer, and Shoei. So wholesale swaps for the Shock, goes to the Diva. And they just slowly push the cart and try to play back and try to pick off Doha. Good boop. Close to getting a kill, but Splits could have done something, maybe. Good rockets. Those are hurting a lot. The tanks for the Shock back up, or the fuel back up. Decay's playing very far back. Take it. Oh my god. He got logged. Getting good. Oh, that was bullshit. That was bullshit. He didn't. Decay's good, but he's not that good. Insanely good Sonic though. I'll give him that. Shows them the position of the Shock. They're down a lot of their heals, so a lot of the spam damage that Doha puts in is going to be permanent. Rascal, Smurf, and Moth go into the high ground, waiting for Violet to get back to the team. Note it's probably going to end up getting pushed off here. Choi joins them on the high ground. Rascal there, looking for the flank. Crimzo up top, playing out of harm's way. And Rascal is going to look to harass. Crimzo knows, though. There's so much going on. So Crimzo is aware of the flank. He's playing close. He's going to push forward to get a better positioning on his team. Gamsu's just chilling on cart. He's just chilling, trying to get a pull off. Oh, he does get the pull off of that. Was fucking long range. So Gamsu's like, I pulled Rascal. He's on cart. And Violet swaps to the Baptiste too. Which is something to note. And then Doha goes around. I'll focus on Crimzo in a sec. Get some good rockets. But Doha goes too aggressive, I guess. So let's see how I want to see how they split here. Because Closer goes over to help Note for no reason, really. I don't know why he left. I really have no idea. I don't know what he left for. It's just poor communication, I guess. His Closer decides to leave. This Doha can still get alt charge from the damage boosted rockets. And, oh, he might, yeah, he sees Rascal down below, but he's not really in danger. No one's in danger there, and then Doha. Okay, so that doesn't matter. The pull happens there. Okay, so what I mentioned before didn't happen. Doesn't matter as of yet. So I want to see how this pick happened. Rascal's below. He goes to top off Crimzo when Doha decides to push. So that was probably very poor communication. Or either that Closer said, he did not say I'm going away. or Doha said he didn't say he wanted to push, which would have been a call that should have been made. So now the upper hand is with the shock and the pull. So they're able to push Gamsu because a lot of the pressure's gone. Just a Pharah tanks die. And then Rascal is... Oh, it's Striker. Rascal and the Tracer. My bad. Apologies. I meant... Whenever I'm talking about Striker in the back, I meant... Or Rascal in the back, I meant Striker. So I also want to see what Rascal is doing throughout this fight. Or Striker. I messed it up again. So I want to go back. So he's playing with the team. He's going to blink way behind. Crimso's always having to keep a whereabouts. So Striker is waiting to pounce. He's waiting for a call from his team to go and pressure the Ana. And he goes to do it. Doha dies. Then, so the Shock were just about to make the maneuver, but they got a freebie, sort of, from Doha dying from a miscommunication or a misplay from the fuel. So no super superb from the Striker. He's still doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's playing in the back and being a constant threat to the fuel. And he's able to push up on the healers. Crimso's very low. How the fuck does Violet die? I guess he just got directed or something. I don't know. That gives fuel an opening. Rascal slept there. Doha is playing above. Rascal's taking the high ground. That's good. Striker's playing in the door to the right with Choi. The Valkyrie is popped from closer to keep everyone up. Just kind of waiting. Yeah, I guess just waiting. And then Shocker ready to push in. Just waiting. Poke. A lot of poking. Not as nearly as aggressive as before because of the DPS difference and how they want to play. Both teams. Doha goes to the barrage at the back. Gets dicked on, I guess. I mean, it seems that Shock are good at noticing when there's no Pharah to the mercy because the Pharah is dead when that happens. Like dead. Like Pharah is just one of the easiest targets to kill when she does not have a pocket. So Doha's looking for the barrage behind as the tank fight engages, or the frontline fight. Goes to the boost. Closure disconnects for a sec. I don't think that matters because it was a very outlandish barrage. Kind of they're playing back. Like everyone on the Shock, or a lot of the backline on the Shock is playing back and playing for angles. So Doha has to play very aggressive to get on top of them. And he just takes a while for that to happen. And Violet's ready with the barrage. I don't know how. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure either how Violet survives. I guess the rockets just didn't hit. Oh, he fucked it up. He could have got Violet, and then he would have traded. And then closer's like, shit. And then, yeah, that's over, so. Maybe a bit, kind of fucked up. His aim fucked up a little bit there. Got a bit goofy. His aim, I guess, I don't know. And, I mean, there wasn't really much support. I mean, they had the immortality. So, and there was, the D.Va was playing back? Or was she playing with the tanks? Go back. So Choi's just kind of playing middle. He's watching the Pharah. A good rock attempt off note, but it doesn't really matter. This, I mean, the Shock played in a position where really, like, only one person could die from that. Violet gets killed, and then Striker or Rascal can get the kill afterwards. Most of the time, because the time, yeah, it's good positioning, and maybe a fuck up from Doha, but oh well. He goes over to Doom. Closer goes over to Lucio, so they give up the Pharah. Just, I mean, Shocker just fucking playing super duper counter. They're playing the Soldier, and the D.Va, and the Baptiste, who can put pressure on him as well. So that's very, very hard for Doha to get anything done on the Pharah. So well done against, well done from Shock, I should say, and I feel it make big changes, very big changes over to the Reaper Mei, and Shock's comp's not really suit to deal with it. Good pull. They go for the visor and the supercharger. The wall blocks off the supercharger from the Soldier. And so how do the picks happen? So the Rascal visors from the high ground, drops down. Striker's up top. Gamsu gets picked again, which seems to happen quite a lot. So, like, is he very far up? He is very alone. He's very alone. So he drops very far ahead from his team. Like, unholy amounts. And then Note can't really do anything, because Gamsu goes the wrong way. So there's a fuck up from Gamsu that lost Fuel to fight. It's just, if Fuel don't make these mistakes, it seems like with Gamsu and like Doha, with some of the memorable cases, like, they get the fight win. Like, they can win these fights, but they're just fucking up individually and off communication wise, it seems. And when Shock lose, it's because of good play usually, and not really individual mistakes as much as Fuel, it seems. That's just my take, though. So Note is up top. Amazing boot from Choi. Rascal went over to the Mei as well. Violet uses the window. Gets the pull. The bomb comes in. Oh, that's juicy. Gamsu dies first again. I don't know how this happens. Does he just get, like, fucking chunked? He's low. And the Moira's far behind. So can't really heal him up to full, so he's kind of stuck there. He gets icicled to the head, so he's left at half. Then he gets healed up then. Alright, so he's at full here. He gets pulled. He's left without a shield, so in front of an ant matrix, so... The fuck was that shield? The shield is retracted, I guess. He turns around from the bomb. Yeah, that was just really good. Ant matrix bomb. Not much comms you could really do there. I mean, he could have positioned back more just to live, or he could play to the left to play behind natural cover more. But yeah, that was just really good. That was awesome from Shock. That Matrix bomb, I like that one. I will have to keep note of it. And Shock make the big changes. They go to match. So it's interesting how Fuel are now matching the Shock. So let's see how they go in the direct mirror, the Ditto comp, exact Ditto comp. Shock take high ground. Oh, that's a fat ass flux. Good beat though. Very good beat. I blinked and I missed that. I'll be honest. So good beat. Coal used from Fuel. The fuck? How did that get so many? From Decay. Oh, he got booped, and then yeah, the rain you locked in with the speed. So yeah, the bongo kind of chips them down when they're out of the beat and they don't have really any other ultimates. So. Alright, beat and Mei ult is all the Fuel has, and Shock are going to be having Mei ults, but they'll have the coalescence instead of the beat, and then starts building up to the supercharger. But no one else is really too close to their ult. Attempted eat. Let's watch the attempted eat. See if it's bullshit. Oh, that was a good try. That was a good try. It went to the right though. That was good. Good attempt. But you can't rely on that shit. Gamsu dies first again. Who's shocked? Not me. He walks into a wall, and yeah, he just kind of gets caught. Gamsu's just getting caught a lot. I don't know if that's from lack of team support or just his, like, you know, him not backing up with his team as much. He's kind of just trying to hold the fort. Doesn't want to really give up the space, but he has to, or else he'll die. So. Interesting. Okay. Bunch of ultimates. Okay. I'm gonna slow the fuck down. So Fuel have support ults and Mei ult, and almost Flux and Shock have both tank ults. And almost the Blossom, which should come up late in the fight, if at all. So Supercharger is gonna. Why did he wall it? They could have gotten it, and they didn't really need to use the wall for that because the charger just died. So, I guess it was just like Doha. It was like, oh, I can wall the charger, but it was just gonna die. So I mean, I don't know if the wall that wall mattered in the grand scheme of things. All right, here are the ults. He walls the charger. Gamsu's very far on the front. Doha and Decay, the dynamic duo, catch out Choi alone. Yeah, let's go to the tail end of that fight. The flux used late, and there's nothing that can be done. And then the back out happens. So Shock, avoid the poke, which is good. Or a lot of it. Decay is being sneaky. Rascal checks his corners like a fucking genius. Decay can get cut out. No, they use the coal. Good wall off of Doha. Massive flux. There's no beat for that, so they should all just die. Oh, they're all so low, and then, yeah, there's nothing that can be done. There was no ult. They could just do it for free. Alright, so Shock defense. So Shock on the defense run the same thing. And Fuel on attack run the same thing as they ran on defense. So it's gonna Shock are gonna have to swap. There's no way they can really do anything. Oh my god, Shock repositioned together. Okay. I thought they were just gonna fucking slam in. No, they're hiding. They're avoiding the spam, because if they take the spam, they try to get note. Oh, they do get note. He's off. Oh my gosh, he's so good. Oh, can I go to a boot camp with Krusty in Korea too? Like, that'd be great. Doha dies, which is good play. They're able to recognize any mistake, really, or practically any mistake that the enemy makes, and they're able to win fights. They're like, if you fucking make a mistake, you lose it. You're done. For example, there, Doha was left alone because Closer went for the res. Coalescence. Oh, the fucking 4K, though. The fat damage. Oh, the pull too. Ooh. Yeah, there's not much you can do there. On top of that's good positioning because he has cover and all of his team's there to kill them if just in case. So that was a really, really good setup barrage. Like, well done. Sucks we won't see barrage ever, though, because Echo. Good. Above them. I'm just gonna watch Doha here. I mean, he seems to be fucking yeah, the nano. Oh my god. Oh my god, this kid. Yeah, now he's like, he is literally owning, because there's nothing. Like, there's nothing that the Shock can do with that comp. Like, there's nothing that they can do. Like, they don't have any counter for it. They have the Moira suck. That's it. But that's not going to do anything when Closer's pocketing. So, Shock have to change or they lose. So they go with the Striker, Tracer, and the Rascal Soldier. No Choi on Diva or Violet on Bap, though, this time. Probably because they're invested into their alts. I'm just going to watch Doha. I'm good. He's just showing, he's just carrying, he's just showing a masterclass. Oh my god, oh my god. Doha is just fucking dicking. Oh my god. Who needs the Decay show when you got the Doha show? Like this is like this first half of a Dallas's attack is just the carry. Like it's just Doha fucking carrying. Good disengage. There's stuff happening over there. I don't care about that though. But Doha isn't it doesn't manage to. All right, now we go back into the regular fight. So 3 ults used from the shock. Crimzo dies from all the ults. Doha is not. He's not really like he's just getting warded off by the black. Like Rascal's just playing like he's playing fire repellent. He does die, but who cares? The fight's won. Like it's like Rascal is just able to pew 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 pew. Like he's taking a good angle. He's able to pew 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 on the fuel, and when shock or when fuel would Doha, yeah, when Doha is taking angles, he's just able to kind of ward him off, and Doha didn't take the hard angle. Like I want to keep going back, but it's really important. He's just being warded off and poked at while shock are able to fucking slam into them when it's a 4v5, which is you're up, so you take that, and it's a healer and a DPS too, so it's pretty big. You just have to rely on the flex. Okay, wait, yeah, you just have to rely on the flex support for heals. All right, so if you're like shit. Now they've swapped to the counter comp. So we go Doom Reaper. And Shock go they swap too, because they have to. Or else you'll have the upper hand, because like Shock's comp doesn't do anything against just pushing in, because Rascal wants to poke and Striker wants to take the time to get behind and pressure the backline, but you don't have a Mei wall or anything, or a Reaper to just kind of walk into them and ward off that death ball. But very proactive off the Shock, waiting for the waiting to see if they swap as well though. So the flux comes out. It's fucking huge. Good beat though. Decay's low. Nothing really happens from that. Just a trade vault. A 1-for-1. Good pull. Punch in. And yeah, the Smurf saving the Fortify is like, it's so big. Because not only does it stop him from taking like any damage, it stops Doom. Like it stops Doom, and they're able to just punish him. Massive pull, like absolutely fucking massive, but all the damage is gone from fuel, so they have to fuck off, essentially. They're probably gonna go high ground. Yeah, that's what I figured. They're going to go to high ground. Good pull. Matching calls. Good flux. Ah, took the outfight better. What did Field do there? Did they do anything? They tried to go in for the decay, but then they all backed. They all had to back. Or they all backed. I don't know if they had to. They all backed. And Shock kept up the pressure. And said, nope, space is ours now. You can't take it back. And then they all pushed them back into the flux. Doha does get the pick on Rascal. Moth going for that beep beep, the taxi. Still running it down mid for the last attack, potentially. And they have a lot of ults, all of their ults except Cole. Okay, so Rascal drops the blizzard. There's no defensive ult from. Oh wait. Okay, Rascal tossed the blizzard now, or then. Moth is so close to the beat. He uses it a second too late, or he gets it a second too late. And Smurf gets just chunked down and focused. And then they're able to keep up the momentum. Violet goes to the Coalescence to try and save. But I don't think it's going to really do anything because Crimso comes back with his own. So yeah, this is a lot. This map's a lot. It's not even halfway done. I want to finish all the maps really, but. Okay, wait. I dozed off for a second. If you doze off for a second, you miss everything. So the bongo comes in and then they just fucking swarm. They just swarm. Just standard Shock stuff. They know the aggression so well. That's why they're so good. Just being aggressive is, if you play aggressive well, then you win. Really, like this comp is not what they know for the most part. Besides the main, no Sinatra, sad face. Doha goes in, fucking feeds. He just tends to do. Doha's very streaky. Like, holy shit. Like, on the attack at first, like, he was just fucking pounding. Like, oh my god, he was just destroying on Pharah. And now he's on Doom. He goes in for against a Coalescence. And Smurf, like always, is saving his Fortify. Coalescence and healing from Violet. He just denies that entirely. Rascal is so far forward, so Shock have to push up. And then they have the cold. Crimso's behind pushing cart. And they end up chunking down Gomsu, so they have no pull for the Meteor Strike. So yeah, everyone just got split. It was split. Rascal went forward and then slammed into him. So there's not much to be done there. Mafio are doing pretty good. I mean, from considering what, what Mafio used to be, I'd say this is impressive. Like this is quite impressive. They're not there yet. I think they're getting there. Right here, they showed excellence for sure, but I think they're getting there overall. I mean, they have to consistently stomp the lower teams too. They can't just almost beat the Shock and then just get fucked by like Houston almost, and then like all the lower mid-table teams again. So essentially, I'm just gonna skip through this map if it's the exact same thing. So I think a lot of the point has been explored. Oh, there you go. All right, I'm gonna hop on with different players in specific and point out what they're doing or what they should be doing to the best of my ability. That seems like a fun idea because we're pretty much seeing what the general idea of the comp. All right, so we'll hop on with Doha here and see what he's able to do again with the Pharah, if anything, or he just feeds again. So he's looking for the poke. Oh, shock. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so good. The Immor. But, like, oh my god. The aggression. I love it. I love the aggression. But it may have fucked them. Because they went around and then everyone on Fuel got 2 ticks. Because Fuel just fucking ran to the point. So that was a very good attack. Took a minute, but they got 2 ticks, so that's very good. So that forces Shock to play a bit more point oriented than they may like initially. Getting the good spam in, just really shooting, like, unless you notice someone off in the distance, and that's all you're gonna do. Playing above, looking for the barrage. That immortality from Crimzo, holy fuck, that barely hit him too. That was awesome, that was amazing. That was an amazing immor. And then yeah, this is Fuel's fight. They're all spread, Shock's all spread out, they're all taking chunks of damage from Doha. There's not really much that can be done. So Doha swaps to the Mei. We'll watch the Mei here. Let's watch the Mei still, and then maybe we'll swap onto the K in a second. I'll go over each role, I guess, and then yeah, I won't go over like Striker and Decay if they're playing the Reaper, both of them, but they're not, so. Good Mei ult. Yeah. I'll go back a second just to see if is there anything did Doha play that right? He got a good. That's a good wall. They walked around it, and then everyone else on his team kind of just gets fucked. in essence. They just get fucked. So let's watch a bit more of the Mei. Because Mei is very important here. They go out the left door, which is good. A bit of surprise, I guess, but razzle dazzle. Someone's behind though. I know that. I saw him. Striker gets the surprise, which is not scouted at all. It was very good. Very, 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 very good. Not much that could be really done. I mean, if you don't really see that coming. So they have to assume they go. Oh, they get the good wall, and that catches off Choi. That was awesome. That was great. That was great from Doha. It was great from Doha. Amazing wall. Decay dies though, and he's without ice block. Does he use it? What does he use it for? The good wall. Good wall. Decay dies, so Shock are able to play aggressive. The jeez, the boop. Moth is so good. And that was a good. That's a good halt. That was just awesome. Shock just like Moth is fucking insane. Like one thing I've noticed throughout this VOD review is how good Moth is on Lucio. Like it's just insane. Like how he's just able to win fights constantly. Like it's just unreal. Everyone else in the Shock is doing well. And a lot of the Fuel are doing well. But Moth is just fucking nuts. He's cracked. Shock don't decide to contest. Let's hop over to Decay, I guess. Let's hop over to Smurf. So he takes the early engage. Gets the dink. He's without shield. He goes for the pull, stays in the Mei ult, pressures the front line. It's interesting to see how. Okay, so he's shooting the front line. He's without a shield. He rocks, or he halts the rock, or fortifies the rock. There's a Mei ult too. He stays at the front. Does he see Decay? Because that's my question. Does he see Decay? So he just must have got behind. He just kind of sneaked on through and went in the back. So he's holding the fort. They decide it's winnable. But Striker death possibility open, which is not good. No, it's thrown crouching, I guess, to the shooting. Sure. Good halt. Nothing really to pair with that time. Smurf saves his fortifies really well. His fortify use is very good. Fat halt. He gets walled. He's controlling the space, like especially with how Shock play, along with Moth, like Smurf or Super really are important. Are really important because Smurf holds the fort. He's the front of the aggression. Moth is with the Lucio, you know, he may be like, you know, controlling, you know, when we go in and when we don't, but Smurf's heading it in this case. He's heading the aggression. Which is very important, especially for Shock, with how they play. Doha's cut out. You know, anything be done? Oh, he doesn't pull. He waits to pull. Whatever. Shield. Cutting off the shield. Going in. Catches out. Like, there's like the extra steps that they're taking forward, like the Shock are taking forward to just challenge, like, do you want to do this? No, you don't get to do that. And that is so good. Like, oh, I can't stress how good that is. Like, that is such, that's just like really well done from Shock. Like, you want to do that? No, you don't get to do that. Fuck off. We want to do what we want to do. Or we just want to deny what you want to do. Goes in hard. Alt exchange. Just the aggression there. Good flux. Fortify to keep up. You know he has no shield. Just holding the fort. It's good Orisa play. May look boring, but it's good play. It's what the Shock need, and he's doing it. Oh, okay. I'll hop off for a second. I remember this. Note clutches this hard. And we'll stick on with Note. He sucks. Rascal doesn't have Mei ult yet. He gets walled off, so I don't think he can build it. Alright, so we're gonna go very slow here. Note is so low. He fluxes, turns and gets the Mei ult. Alright, so I wanna go back because that was a specific fight that I wanna look at. Because Shock get the picks at first. So this fight's very, very important. So Shock just fucking ram in. They get decay. And then they use the beat. They counter it. Doha almost dies. He probably dies here is my guess. He's just the center of attention. Yeah, that's really good target focus. Striker dies. So speed up for a second. So Field decided to take it because they're not at a massive disadvantage. The flux happens. What happens? The flux didn't go through. Did he get rocked? There's no Note carries this fight so fucking hard if that happens, because that flux would have killed everyone. Oh my god, Note. Holy shit. They would have all died. They would have been half health. They have nothing. They're low on resources. It's the middle of the fight. They group back for a second. Oh my god, dude. Note fucking popped off. Hard. Like, holy shit. Gamsu dies. Flux doesn't do too much. Mei ult from Dallas gets the back. So everything's happened to the back. Doha dies. Blossom Decay fends off everyone. And Note gets to pick on Choi. He barely lives. He got the Mei ult, which clutches it. And then they buy time for Crimson to get Coalescence. And then Shock have nothing, so they have to back. Jesus Christ, no. That was just unreal. There's not, I assume, yeah, they got the cart. They got the space in the cart. Oh my god, that was just incredible. Like, that was fucking carrying at Sigma. That was carrying. Like, getting the cancels on 2 ults that would have shut it down for a shot, or shut it down for fuel, and would have closed off the attack for them. Like, oh, that was just unreal. That was masterclass. Absolute masterclass. So Shako with the Doom Reaper. Rascal on the Doom. So much Rascal. So he's going up from the bottom, gets cucked by a sign. So he's not there. They're down. Yeah, he that fucked up. It happens. It's Doom. Just gonna see if he can be a piranha and try to get them out of the lake as an analogy. But Fuel, don't make a mistake. So Rascal's gonna... He's gonna stay with the team this time and get a punch off on a Goms who would force out Fortify. Or he's just gonna go in, fucking use everything. Yeah, Rascal looks slightly uncomfortable on the Doom. Didn't really do anything there. I wouldn't be like, oh, you have to play Doom. Just wouldn't think Sinatra would leave, really. So, him or Architect, presumably, are gonna have to practice that. Who's the other? Yeah, it's Hans. So Rascal takes the top, gets a good punch. Decides he's gonna ult without any pull. He goes, psych, bitch, I'm back in. He gets pulled up, he's gonna die. Yeah, Rascal just looks uncomfortable. He's just playing very basic and he's getting caught out all of the time. He's not a Doom connoisseur, so he goes over to the Mei. We've already seen Mei, so I'll go over to Striker, who's in the midst of this. In the midst of the fray. TP's under. And those decay TP's up top. So the Blossom gets rocked. Should be okay. Oh, everyone else dies. So Dallas are fucking holding the fort at this Reaper Mei. Just going around, looking for the damage on the side. Good play. Sees notes on the middle, leaves him alone. Here's the call that decays behind. That doesn't go through, so he's back in he's in the back. Everything's just. I don't want to focus on. I'm trying to focus on just Striker, the Reaper play, but there's so much happening that Fuel are doing so well. they're doing so well. They're hoarding off. Shocker wanting to attack and do something, but Fuel like, no, don't do that. They're just waiting. Moth gets caught out, or he's trying to touch the point. Which is fair enough. This is awesome off of Fuel. Didn't really see much on the shock attack round of individual play. Really, but it's just really good. Much else to say. It's just really good from Fuel. curious, does the Doha Junkrat come out here? Because I don't remember if it does. We'll see if there's anything anything fancy, because if it's time for anything fancy, it is now. And the fancy does come out with the Symmetra on attack for fuel. So let's see what they TP. Shocker back to point. Fuel go high ground. A fucking unreal pull from Smurf. So Shock kind of encroach up, and you know Decay can't really get set up anywhere, so they're down. Can't really do anything. Are they gonna swap? They stick with it? Do they win? They're sticking with the sim comp. But that's not gonna go well, I can tell them that now. Let me know Shock win this. Let's go some at 5. When do they swap off the sim? At 2 minutes they swap off, so they wait. So that's just bad. Yeah, that's just really bad. That's just really bad from the fuel. So that's classic El Clasico fuel right there. So let's see a good attack, hopefully. Well, we will. It's happen soon. So they don't go with the sim. Note playing high ground with Decay and Closer. Shock going high ground. Trying to get the position. Good wall. Good halt. Oh, that was fucking hot. Man, the halt's just so fucking important. That's why Orisa is played, because the halt matters so much. It wins fights. The CC and being able to control the position of the enemy is so important. Choi goes over the Diva, presumably to maybe eat some of the halts. And Fuel are also are on the Bap Zen here too. Looking for the full hold. Note gets caught out. Fuel could have had that. I feel, yeah, they had a really good halt. They had the Hanzo, the poke. But I think Shock just really walk in. They walk in with Cole, try to get Gamsu. Note's on the high ground. They're pressuring him. He gets halted and he dies. We don't need to see the rest. The Dragon eat. Now, how do Fuel do the classic and choke this? Let's see. Because Fuel seemed very comfortable on the first control, which was Lijang. Hit good strategy with the Sombra. Very good. But they choke it away. I'm curious to see how that happens. So, Sombra Reaper again. I want to see, do Shock adapt? And do they win this? Yes, so I want to see this. So what is Doha looking to do here? We'll go back on Doha. We love Doha today. So Shock rotate all the way around. Or not all the way, but they go out the other window. Doha has to back out. Tanks are being pressured. The space is being taken away from them, so they have to give up point and just play it slow, which they have to do because they have the Sombra and they have to play around the Sombra. Shock going for the fucking fast rotations all the way around. They're not giving the Sombra opportunities. And before, you know, they were given opportunities, I guess, or Doha was given opportunities. Let's watch Moth and see how he's dealing with this, because the Lucio Sombra match is very important. Arguably the most important matchup in this comp. So I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Wrong time to jump on with Moth, I guess. He goes all the way around. Yeah, there's not much he can do. He's not much he can do. He could have maybe booped and been more in the front or on top of the bell. But yeah, it's just kind of. Was there an EMP there? I don't think there was. Oh, there was. Yeah, not much you can do. Not much you can do. They have all the ults. Shock can do. See, oh, the hack is awesome. That's such a good hack. But Moth gets the kill on Decay, and then Moth just fucking rams in. Just trying to look for the Sombra. Very good play. Very, very high tier Lucio gameplay. He's waiting for the EMP. He gets caught out. That was a pretty good Sombra. As far as Sombra can go in this comp, he's doing pretty well. Rascal goes the Torb, which is good. Good swap. And Decay's Tracer too, so even better. Moth fending off the back, hoarding off the back, just kind of shooting and pressuring. That's his job. So Moth's just doing what he's supposed to do. He's doing good. He's doing good. He's pressuring the Tracer. What he's supposed to do. Making Decay's job hard. Let's hop on with. We'll give Note the chance here, I guess. She's been doing really well here, and I'm going to assume that they win this round. Alright, I play off tank for those who don't know, so I can narrow down a bit more maybe. I am the Sigma player. I don't know what the fuck. I guess they don't wait. So they just take point. Okay. They just fucking speed ram onto point. Okay. Okay. Okay, standard. Okay, not much happening here. He's using his shield good. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Good play. That's what you're supposed to do. Nothing really extraordinary, which is not bad. Not, you don't always have to fucking pop off, kill everything. Just doing what he's supposed to do, and if you're doing what you're supposed to do, then you really shouldn't lose. If everyone's doing what they're supposed to do, then yeah, it's good. Sometimes you have the opportunities for pop off plays, sometimes you don't. Shot go for the bait, kind of good flux. So, Note should be looking for the eat, but he's on the high ground. Decay's fallen. I don't see Gamsu. Is he dead? Is Gamsu dead? Where's Gamsu? Where's Gamsu? He fluxes. No one's really looking at him though, so. Alright. So, a very important matchup, the Mei and the Sigma. If as long as Note keeps his flux, then shouldn't be too easy. Well, as I say that. Yeah, he's caught mid animation. Especially with Shock, you can't. Playing against Shock, I can imagine that you wouldn't. So they'll capitalize off of literally anything. Good attempt on the rock. That wouldn't have mattered really, but. Yeah, playing against the Shock, like, if he sees you rocking, he's gonna chuck it. Rascal's gonna chuck the mail. Or it's gonna be a coincidence or unlucky timing for Nope. Who knows? That happens too. But you like to think it's a cool intentional play. They go around. Oh, that's such a good wall from Rascal. Yeah. Not much you could do. Just good positioning. Does he have the rock there? What does he use the rock for? I mean, maybe he could have canceled it. Oh, yeah, the wall. Tries to get a rock in the tanks, but... I mean, there you gotta be thinking, is there anything that I could use the rock to cancel an ultimate with? In that case, you would need to, instead of just sucking it. Because he's in the middle, you can't eat all of the Reaper ult, I don't think, like that. So... maybe, who knows. In my opinion, you should have saved it, maybe. I don't know. Could have been nothing you could have done there, really. Maybe wouldn't have mattered. Rascal's down, so this is important. Because that can happen for free. Note is just like, I'm free. He's like John on Twitter after getting released from the Vancouver Titans. I'm free. So you can get that off, play way more willy-nilly, just be able to fucking frag, not have to keep eyes on the Mei at all times. Full grasps, but he would have lived, I think. He didn't really. Yeah, I mean, I'd assume the Mei ult would be up here, so. And yeah, they did. Yeah, they. See, but I assume the fight's just gonna be over here. Really, like I'm gonna take a guess. If you'll win this. No, no, they don't. They do. Yeah, they do. I can tell they do. Good boop from closer, and then they all fall down. The rock. Boop City here, but yeah. What was I gonna say? So if your team positions wrong and they get caught out for the positioning, that the Mei wall can be used, or the Mei wall and the ult, or just the ult can be used, and that gets them value of the Mei ult a lot of the time and gets them a pick, which results in the fight win a lot of the time. But if so, there's not much the Sigma can do, or the Diva in some cases as well, to eat the Mei ult or pressure it away. You're kind of just giving their enemy Mei an opportunity to use it. so there's not much that can be done, and try not to do that really. Don't give the opportunity the Mei to ult. Like that. Alright, so we know Shock win, so let's see what Choi does to make them win. Or no, let's watch Choi. No, let's watch the Moira. Fuck it. Let's watch Violet. But yeah, if you play together, it's way easier for the Mei ult to be eaten. Just fucking juice and getting good coal charge. This is Orisa's quite more complex than this, because if you use your abilities, especially at high level play, you get fucking punished for it. But Moira's just staying in the back, staying safe, just fucking sucking. Good call. Good angle on the call. The drop. That's fine. You just gotta be careful of people behind him. I hear a Mei behind. Yeah. He's rounded the juice. Not much can be done. Playing more can feel more intense than this, I guess. She's like, oh shit, I gotta keep people alive. Oh, I don't have my juice. Guess the juice management's a cool, like resource management with like Diva Matrix and stuff. And, you know, having it with Moira is interesting, but it really doesn't really feel like they could use that more with their kit to make her a bit more skilled, at least, or but more interesting. Good orb. As the coal pushes in, and that's all she wrote for the fuel for this attack. Healing orb goes to help Rascal on point. Or no, Striker, I think. Yeah. Good fade. Barely. It's up at the skin of his teeth. Just gonna have Moira ult again soon. Good help in the back. And yeah, the rest of the team doesn't seem to need the support. Warding off the horde of attack. I have Cole. He's getting Cole so fat. Like every other fight, he's getting Cole. And that helps a lot, especially for the aggression the Shock likes to play. After mentioning it for the 18th time. Shock like to play aggressive. And Cole's good all to do that with. Avoids the flux. Knows to go to Choi, but he drops. Good. Yeah. Shock just played how they wanted to play, and Newfield didn't really do anything about it. They did more about it in the second round on Mecha Base, but the first and third round they really didn't do anything. Like, Shock, like the attempt of them trying to do something with the Sombra on the first. Shock played around that really well, but Field didn't really do anything there on the third round. Ugh. That was long. It was a long ass VOD review. What is it, 3? Alright. It's 2 hours. Alright. I want to upload that on YouTube, and I might stream later tonight with scrims. And I'll do a VOD review later this week, maybe tomorrow, with the new games from earlier this week. So I'll go for that. Bye-bye.